I'm so excited to share my Patreon magic with you. It has been quite a journey, and to have a full expansive library that just shows all of the magic, all the way from the beginning of the case study to here where there's conclusions, all the way from the beginning of I didn't even know I had suppressed childhood trauma to working through all the different states of consciousness and all their different traumas and healing all the age regressive aspects. So now all aspects of me can fully be here with all of me. It's all a miracle, and I'm really excited to share this exclusive library with you. Hello, brave, beautiful, beloved soul friends. I am just out here playing in some mud, and I wanted to share something with you guys. So, along this magical, miraculous healing journey, I started to create content for Patreon in January 2018 and continued to create and share original content on this platform all the way through 2021. And so there are hundreds, if not thousands, of posts with videos and texts and some pictures as well that share my exclusive journey all the way from when I first discovered that I was struggling with health challenges associated with suppressed childhood trauma in 2017-18, all the way through the process of understanding how to recognize and heal these aspects of myself, transform my neurobiological structures, and gradually heal with this condition that I describe as adaptable consciousness condition. This Patreon journey from 2018 to 2021 also shares the journey of my case study where I discovered adaptable consciousness condition. In 2018, I had no understanding about what was happening inside of my brain and my body to cause these unique experiences. And so this Patreon platform also shares the behind the scenes case study of discovering and understanding adaptable consciousness condition and many other aspects that I share in my Implicit Revelations case study through my known documentary series. My Patreon content from 2018 to 2021 has a variety of magics. A lot of it is behind the scenes stuff of my personal healing journey, from self-therapization to chiropractic sessions where we were releasing trauma from the body and showing the behind the scenes of all of those nitty-gritty details on the healing journey, to guided meditations and brand new coping tricks and recovery resources for a lot of the health challenges that I was struggling with back then. And so I invite you to explore my Patreon content. I am not creating new Patreon content. I do share freely on YouTube and other platforms as inspired, and then my main offerings are through my business, Kristin's Consciousness Consultancy, and side magics of healing journey merchandise through Compassionately Evolved Consciousness. But here on my Patreon platform, even though I'm not creating new content, there's a library of magic that shows all of the behind the scenes of my healing journey personally and my case study as I began to understand neuroscience and apply the insights to understanding, healing, restoring, liberating, and empowering aspects of consciousness. All the magic, all the way from the beginning of 2018, when I was very early in my case study. Very early in my case study, I was just starting to research neuroscience still. I had started the neuroscience research in 2017. And then at the beginning of 2018 is when I started my Patreon. So all the way from the very early days of this healing journey, all the way through 2021, where now everything is transformed in the most profound ways imaginable. And you can explore more details about that through my known documentary series. I won't get too much into my personal healing journey story here, but things are 1,000% different than they were. And it's all because of everything I've discovered through my Implicit Revelations case study and how I've been able to use what I've learned about understanding and healing unconscious body minds to completely transform my own personal experience in the most magical of ways. So you can explore more insights about that in my known documentary series. But if you want to explore some of the behind the scenes magical wonders, I invite you to explore my Patreon platform with a library of content from 2018 all the way through there, 2019 all the way, 2020 all the way, and then all the way through 2021 when I was creating my known documentary series and official conclusions from my Implicit Revelations case study. And you can explore them by month and year, or you can explore all of them randomly. There's so much magic, and it's really cool because whether you're on a personal healing journey and want to see what things actually looked like step by step through these processes and apply insights to your own journey, or feel comfort and encouragement along the way, or whether you're just kind of abstractly interested in some of the stuff that I've been sharing and is just kind of curious to see more behind the scenes, regardless of who you are or what your interest is, I believe there's a lot of good magic that can be discovered through this content. So here in the following videos, it's lengthy because I'm going to share all of it, but I share a preview of all of the content that's accessible on my Patreon. So you can kind of browse this video and see if it's something that might interest you or not. There's several different options. With the $5.55 tier and the $11.11 tier, you gain access to some Patreon content, but not all of it. The higher up you get with the tier subscription, the more content you gain access to. But the wonderful thing about Patreon is you can come in just for a month or two if you want, and then cancel your subscription if it's not serving your healing journey, or if you gained all that you desired to gain from it. So you could pop in for a month and binge watch all the content if you want, or you can have a year-long subscription and gradually watch it bit by bit and go through the entire journey of my healing journey and my case study from 2018 to 2021 if you want to. There's lots of magics. You can browse and just pick which ones interest you, or you can watch all of them. You can really make it your own and have it be a fun adventure. So if any of my content, if any of my journey, if any of my story, if any of my case study conclusions, if any of my work or my magic has resonated with you at all, then I invite you to explore my Patreon platform. I am not creating new content for it. I share my new content freely, and then my primary investment is through my business, Kristin's Consciousness Consultancy, and the side magic of merchandise. And you can explore more details about that in descriptions and other links I share. But this Patreon platform has a library of content from January 2018 all the way through 2021. And it shares my entire healing journey with adaptable consciousness condition and my entire behind the scenes implicit revelations case study. And the most powerful aspect of this Patreon library I'm offering you guys access to is that this content cannot be found elsewhere. This is not information I share on my blog. These are not video. The majority of them are not videos that are freely accessible on YouTube. This is all very private, personal content that really shows the behind the scenes of everything that's led me to who and where I am today. So without further ado, here is a variety of previews so you can peek into what's offered. You can have a peek into some of the titles and different offerings of the content and see if it's anything that might interest you. And I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day. And while you're at it, please be sure to go play in some mud, because nature is healing and the elements invite us into tender restoration into the magic of our authentic soul selves. Have a beautiful and blessed day, beloved soul friends. And I'm so excited to share my Patreon magic with you. It has been quite a journey, and to have a full expansive library that just shows all of the magic all the way from the beginning of the case study to here where there's conclusions, all the way from the beginning of I didn't even know I had suppressed childhood trauma to working through all the different states of consciousness and all their different traumas and healing all the age regressive aspects. So now all aspects of me can fully be here with all of me. It's all a miracle, and I'm really excited to share this exclusive library with you.